UIPlanner is a wonderful software, and you can log into it by going to this URL that you can see up here in the top left corner. This will take you to the production URL link, and you have a couple choices here. You have the responsibility model, which is mainly used for OMAG and capital users to update their detailed modeling and forecasts of OMAG and capital projections. And then we have our financial model, which is for all other users. That would be for tax, regulatory, treasury, and any other financial planning and analysis changes. And when you want to log in, you click on it. And if all the proper Java is installed on your computer, you should be able to get to a login screen. And this login screen will pop up every time when you want to log in. And it'll remember your selections, typically from the last time that you tried to log in. It's set to a certain default. It will automatically populate your username based off of what you log in, which I'll show you here in a second. And you don't see the password, so you don't have to memorize the password. The password is encrypted and passed through to the application, so you don't have to put a password in every time. See, the password is already in there, and all this information is filled out for you as soon as you try to log in. The only difference is every time that you log in versus another user is that your user ID will be different. You can't change this. It's for security reasons. You can't change it so that we know that who is logging in at every moment in time and when they make changes. Because when you make changes in UIPlanner, it's going to record your user ID. Now, if you're having troubles getting past this point, it's probably because you are not currently added to the access to UIPlanner, which you'll have to contact the UIPlanner admin and have him add you to the system. You would have to provide him your user ID and obviously your first and last name, but which you'll probably already have that in an email if you send it to him or her. And now these other selections, which we won't get into right now, but we'll just cover this real quick, that when you log in, you always want to have the enterprise database, which is what the DB stands for, enterprise database, selected. So this radio button is one that you want to have selected every time you come on. I believe this is the default. And this one right here is only when you are actually saving a version of UIPlanner to a local database. In this case, it would be like in the form of a Microsoft Access database version instead of a Java one, which is what we use right now, which is saved out on one of the company's servers. So now we'll go ahead and click OK. It usually takes a little bit of time, mainly because it's trying to pull in all the data of all the entities that we have created, all the data points, all the scenarios. So it takes about a minute or two. It might take a little bit longer for those people up in Reno, because you are technically farther away from the server, which I believe the server is here in Las Vegas. So here is the screen. This may not be where your screen ends up. Your screen could be completely blank, like this. These tabs preload every time. So this is probably what your screen might look like when you first come in. It might even say up here, it might just look like that. Who knows? But this is the beginning of where you'll be. And in the next video, I'll go over some of the navigation and some of the things that you'll need to know in order to find the information you need while using UIPlanner.